Boston Calling Day 3. It's the Sunday edition. It's Adam 12, live from the Miller Lite Broadcast Tent, sponsored by Dunkin' Donuts and powered by CTP. And Travis from Piebald. How are you, sir?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm doing very well. Congratulations on getting on the Boston Calling bill. This is fun.
It is fun.
Those of us who are fans of Piebald have to kind of hope that, every year there'll be another reunion and a couple of shows here and there. And lately there's been an embarrassment of riches on that front, so it's good.
I agree. It's been fun. We've enjoyed doing it, so I'm sure there will be some along the line, but this is one of them.
Yes, this is one of them. And actually, talk a little bit about that, because you have to take a different approach when a band is kind of plugging along and doing their thing and going through their cycles and, writing an album and releasing it and touring on it. It's a different process when it comes to playing out live. When a band is kind of, we're going to get together and do some shows. I mean, I know a couple of you guys are on the East Coast, a couple of you guys are on the West Coast. So talk a little bit about the logistics of kind of getting together and rehearsing and all of that, because I'm kind of fascinated by that process.
Well, Luke has a farm in Ludlow.
Okay.
And so that's usually like...
It's a song title waiting to happen right there. Luke has a farm in Ludlow.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's sort of a great central meeting point. We spend a few days there, and then we go play a couple shows, and then do something like this if it all works out. But yeah, it's not the same as when we were doing 300 shows in a year after you put out a record or just finished recording a record. It's just not the same. It's not the same beast anymore,
Yeah, and I'm glad you brought that up, too, because I think a lot of, people who are like hardcore fans of Piebald know this, but you guys toured all the time. You guys played so many damn shows.
Yeah, it's true. We played a lot. We were really out there for a couple years.
It's got to wear on you after a while.
Yeah. It gets weird, or it gets tiring.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Sick.
Fatiguing. Yeah. It's not, rock and roll is not all fun and games, Travis.
Nope.
It can be sometimes, but it's not always.
It's not always.
Let's be honest with the kids that are watching right now. If you want to grow up in rock, there's yin to the yang, is what we're trying to say.
You lose some things.
Yeah. So this is you back in February. It was the 15th anniversary of We Are the Only Friends We Have.
That's true.
So
that's this very year. Yep.
How does it feel, kind of going back to that record? And do you go back and listen to your old records? Do you?
No, not really. Well, before last year's shows, I did, because Aaron and I would pull up the songs on YouTube and play along in his living room. Don't tell anybody that I just said that. But that's how we would do it. So we were listening to it then, but not. I don't go back and pleasure listen really.
Right.
It's more like constructive listening. Like, what did I play there?
Right,
because
obviously you need to know the songs if you're going to play them out live.
Some of the stuff I've forgotten over the years.
Most artists I talk to seem to take that same approach. There's not a lot of artists I've talked to been like, oh yeah, I'll go back and listen to my old records all the time, and they sound great, and I love them. Like most of the time, it's like, no, it's because it's a time and a place, and me as a fan, I listen to your record, and I have a completely different approach because I didn't make the record. You made the record, so you've got a completely different perspective on the music than I do.
Yeah, or that particular record at least. And,
sure.
Yeah, I don't really need to go back and listen to myself sing to me
anymore.
Yeah.
Or maybe further on down the road, maybe later on in life, in those twilight years when you're at the home on the front porch in the rocking chair.
Good. We did all right.
Those are some good times.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed.
In 2052, when the record's 50 years old.
There you go.
Yeah,
forget it. You guys are young enough. You can do a 50th reunion tour for that record.
Oh, that would be insane. I don't want to think about it right now.
No.
So
well, you'd have to borrow.
15 is good
what was
enough.
that crummy rap rock band? The Cottonmouth Kings. Their drummer had it was a hybrid wheelchair drum kit. He wanted to have wheels on his drums, so you could have, by that time you'll need to have one of those set up.
Sounds great. I'm sure we can get one for Luke. There's got to be a way to make a guitar setup that's easier. Maybe it's just same idea. You sit down, you got wheels. You have a guitar on.
There you go.
Part of the chair.
Yeah, make it all. Well, was it last year or the year? No, it was the year before last. Now I guess it was when Dave Grohl busted his leg and he had the throne. You can go that route too. Well, thank you for taking time to chat. I appreciate it, and thank you to I grew up in Boston, so I grew up on the North Shore in Wakefield, and moved out west to do radio, and then moved back home to work at the now defunct WBCN in 2003. And right after I moved home, you and Caven did a tour kickoff show at Avalon, and that was I went to that show and I was like, I'm home. That made me feel like I was back home again after being gone for 3 years. So I'll always think of you guys and that show when I think of Boston rock and roll.
Welcome
good times.
home.
So indeed, and welcome home to you guys too. Have a great set today.
Yeah,
excellent. Here at Boston Calling from the Miller Lite Broadcast, and Travis from Piebald with Radio BDC. Thanks again, Travis.
You're welcome.